they don't think you're gonna go anywhere because even though you're lacking in service, you have a really good relationship and service. And they think, well, you know, they like me, they're not gonna go nowhere. Well, if you're not giving a good haircut, why would I come back to you?
Right. So how important is it to look at what I do outside of just the haircuts I give? Trying to build my brand and, you know what I'm saying, present more opportunities to me.
Well, wait. Let me make sure I understand this correctly.
Right.
How can you build your personal brand?
Like how important
is it to build your personal brand?
Be considerate of building your personal brand instead of much on just what you do as a haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess the most important thing is making sure that your customers understand what you're trying to build. You know, what you're trying to build and what you're trying to do for them.
Right.
You know, let them know that, you know, you're trying to build your brand, and if you know, kind of that word of mouth, that goes further than any advertisement or anything else can go. Word of mouth is definitely a strong, very, very strong tool that you can use as a barber to establish yourself and your brand, because if they understand who you are and what you do and why you do it, then they'll be more inclined to tell somebody else. I don't know too much about barbering, but I can tell you that when I first moved here, I think I told you this before, but it was hard to find a barber. I mean, I typed in barber on the internet, barber Dallas, and nothing showed up. And I think a lot of people, I say that for two reasons. One is that you can use the internet to establish yourself, you know, and what you're really trying to do, and set that image up for yourself online. That's number one. So if somebody types in barbershop Dallas, they can find you, or Black Barbershop Dallas, or Best Barbershop Dallas, or whatever.
Right. They'll
be able to find you personally. The second reason why I said that is because the only way I found barbers, even you, was through word of mouth.
Right.
So especially in the black community, people trust what they hear more than they trust what they see. Definitely word of mouth, internet marketing, I think that's easy to do. And I mean, doing the stuff that you're doing, like going to those StyleSeek websites, I think that's really important to build your personal brand, because they don't have to know you to know what you stand for.
Right.
They can see what you do based on what your website looks like. So, or not necessarily your website, but what your profile and things say.
I got a website coming up next too.
I would definitely. That's what I was going to ask you next. And make sure it says what you want it to say.
Okay.
And if you're really if you don't want to do just more than, well, I won't say that. There's a lot of black people here. That's another thing. If you work with a web designer, try to get some stock photography and then your personal pictures, and try to get the highest resolution pictures as possible.
Okay.
So,
I got something else I got to show you too.
People know that's high res. That's just serious, you know?
Right.
A lot of people, even including myself, when they see something that doesn't look high quality, it turns me off. That's what I'm trying to do now. And trying to get high quality out of people that, well, I can't say that. Trying to get high quality out of people that are used to seeing something else is hard. Or want to spend money on it, that's hard.
Right.
Or can't spend money on it.
So is it important from a marketing aspect to how can I put this? To always be, I guess, looking for like other business opportunities or other ways to expand, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you never know how you can never know how you can expand your business. I mean, I just thought of this, but if you got into, I think you said this already, but getting into like a correctional facility or something like that, you never know who you talk to. So, like, what if you're at a church and, you know, the church is trying to do something for homeless people, or trying to do something for low-income people, or even something like the pastor needs a haircut, needs somebody to do a haircut. If you just always talking about your business and things that you're doing, somebody will come along and say, hey, man, I remember you talking about this a couple of weeks ago. We need this help. And you grew your business right there.
All right. So
you never know where your opportunities may come. I mean, the job that I have now, I was sending a Christmas card to my old boss. And I told her, she asked how everything was going. I told her everything was going, and 3 weeks later I got a call. So I wasn't even trying to, you know, solicit people for a job, or, you know, even do anything like that. I was just letting them know how things were going.
Right.
So it's always good. And that's another thing. Whoever you have as clients, stay in contact with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be a phone call like, hey, how you doing? But it could be something like sending a text message blast for holidays. Or, hey, I just put something up on my website. Go check it out. Let me know what you think. Man, the guy, our mortgage company, they sent the most randomest thing. They sent a message about how to make chicken lasagna. But hey, I remember to call them because I needed something done.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, it was, I won't say it was stupid, but, you know, they realized homeowners cook a lot more. I guess they decided to send a little recipe out. So,
which did his job, because even if you ain't getting nothing else from the email, you remember that recipe came from your mortgage company. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it'd be attached to that.
Right. And I mean, I do that now with the church that I'm working with now. I mean, I send an email out once a month to our customers for our survey that we complete and updates to what's going on. So the last one was about, hey, we're in Atlanta. Come see us. By the way, order your new book. And while you're at it, we have a golf tournament. So when you send that out, people remember who you are.
I'll show you something else.